What's going on, everybody? My name is Alex, and in today's video, we're going to have something a little different than what I normally talk about. Normally, we do reviews on the channel. Sometimes I make some tutorials, some guides for you, kind of explaining what's going on in the map. Sometimes we cover news on this channel. Well, today I want to actually talk about the community itself and how split it is and how lazy it's become and how artistic it has become, all at the same time. There's a lot of factions in this community, and the wrong stuff, in my opinion, is popular. The wrong stuff is being consumed by the masses in our community, and the perception, in my opinion, of the community is just wrong. Firebase Z has come out, right? And yeah, it's a good map. I like it. It's fine. But that's just it. It's fine. And the map comes out and I'm all excited to make content about it. And then I find myself just uninspired by this rush to put out lackluster content just to get views, uninspired to compete with a bunch of people putting out Ultimate Guide for Cold War Zombies, Firebase Z, Ultimate Guide, Pack-a-Punch, Blair. And I want to do it for the solo player because I'm the solo player. That's the kind of player I am, so I want to make little guides for that. And don't get me wrong, we need guides. We need this faction of the internet. But then you have people like Glitch, people like Chroma, people like, I don't remember most of their names, but I've seen them on Twitter, and they post these like beautiful renders, like Rizzo. These beautiful renders in artistic pieces of work that are just gorgeous, and they're not like the pillars of the community. The pillars of the community, these like guide videos and, you know, Milo and Noah. And don't get me wrong, I like these people. They're fine. But there was so much misinformation put out from this map, and that's not even really what bothers me. What bothers me about the map itself is honestly how split the opinion is for the community. You have half of the community making fun of people who are interested in having tougher Easter eggs and a better boss fight and want the map and the game mode to be harder. And then you have another half of the community who wants to be handheld and guided through the map with yellow lighting so that you can see every part from 16 miles away, and then have a bullet sponge boss fight that takes 2 seconds to get to after you just wasted an hour and a half of your time trying to get to it. Now, what I would say is the truth lies somewhere in the middle. And that's pretty much how I view life. We need an Easter egg that is pretty easy to complete, but it needs to be rewarding. It needs to have a payoff. It needs to have something climactic at the end to make you feel like you just didn't waste your time. And that's what Firebase Z feels like to me. It feels like a waste of time. Is it nice looking? Debatable. It's brown. Do the mechanics feel good? Yeah, because they're like from D Machina. This game has good game mechanics. But the map and the way that Zombies is going is not the way I envisioned this game to go. If Black Ops 4 hadn't been so broken on launch, I bet you the community would be singing a different tune, because I can already see it now inside of the community on Reddit, on Twitter. And people liked that game. They like it now, just like the COD cycle is always. And this isn't a bash on the community. This isn't a bash on Treyarch, but this weekend it really highlighted all of the tricks and the garbage that we've been doing for so long. Hype up the new map with all the news and all the crap. And then what? The map comes out. There's 4,000 guides for how to look at a rabbit and then go to the Dark Ether so you can get a perk. There's 4,000 guides for that. There's 4,000 guides for this. It's just like a competitive nightmare of uninteresting garbage. And I think one of the reasons I liked the era of Black Ops 3 was not because of just YouTube or just the game. It was all of it collectively in sync. It was the positivity from the community. It was Zombies Chronicles. It was rising people in the community. It was this new style of video making with like the top 5 for Gobblegums and top 5 for best bosses, because it was things we hadn't seen before. Now we're just regurgitating the same content, trying to relive Black Ops 3. And I'm sorry, it's not Black Ops 3 anymore. We're done with Black Ops 3. Let us move on. Now we need strategy guides for video games. I get that. That's just video games. You need strats for them. I have no problem with that. But what I have a problem with is the soullessness of our community. And the people that are leading the community, in my opinion, are just doing the same crap, different day kind of mentality. And it just feels lifeless. It feels empty. And that's what Firebase Z is to me. It's empty. It's soulless. And I don't care about it. Maybe I'm done with zombies. I don't know. I don't think so. I really like the game mode, but this does not feel like a step forward. It feels like a step sideways. Die Maschine didn't really feel like a step forward other than the gameplay mechanics, but that was a huge problem from the beginning of zombies coming into this year, especially with Black Ops 4. With Black Ops 4, we took a step back with gameplay mechanics, and they tried to push forward the Easter egg and other mechanics that we weren't really complaining about. And now with Cold War, they took a huge step forward with the gameplay mechanics, but like stepped sideways for everything else. And yeah, I would even say maybe back a little bit, because Easter eggs are now they're over as soon as you complete them. They're super easy. Everything is the same from Die Maschine to Firebase Z. It's the exact same. It's go to the Dark Ether, get a perk and a free weapon from the crate, doing that Easter egg. The music Easter egg's the same with the tapes. I mean, Firebase Z highlighted the tricks that Treyarch uses. Now that Treyarch has moved back to a more simplistic, easy methodology of creating maps and Easter eggs and stuff like that, I feel like their tricks show a lot more. Whereas with Black Ops 3, everything was so new and they had all these new fresh ideas and everything felt reinvigorated with life and care. And now it just feels like everybody is just living this monotonous life with this game mode that we love. And quite frankly, it makes me sad.